We welcome you to courtside in the gymnasium of Nashua High School South for tonight's Division I High School Basketball 2023 first round playoff game. It's the Purple Panthers of Nashua South, the state's #4 overall seed, hosting the Merrimack Tomahawks here at South and on Nashua ETV. Hello, I'm John Collins along with Tom King, who as always has South among all the greater Nashua teams he covers closely. South riding a 4-game winning streak in here, Tom, including a win over this Merrimack team just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, which I wasn't at. I was at another game that night, but I saw Merrimack a couple of times this year. I saw them against Bedford. I saw them against BG. They're basically, John, a team that is as good as they can shoot. And the thing is you can run them out of the gym. I saw Bedford do it. South will probably try to do that tonight, but at the same time, Merrimack is the only team that beat Nashua North this year, and they did it because of their shooting. So, fasten your seatbelts. This could be a fun game. Well, it's a great rivalry between the two schools, so you never know.
Merrimack wins the opening tip, and they are on the attack now. Of course, their big win of the season came over
Nashua North.
Nashua North, the only loss on the season, the only blemish for the Titans was that loss to Nashua North.
And this is good for Merrimack. They don't want to start running. That's not good for Merrimack. But they want to basically control the tempo, slow things down. And Nate Mazerow, after that steal, was gesturing to his player, Lemire, to go right down the floor. And there you see Dennis Wineta, the value of him with his putbacks.
And there's the first 2 points of the game for the Panthers.
But there's no doubt Nashua South wants to run.
Yeah. 14-4 on the season were the Panthers, 7-11 Merrimack to earn their way into this 15-team tournament. Only Bedford gets a bye out of the 15 teams as they await their opponent, depending on what goes down tonight. There's 7 games going on. Rebound for South, Josh Caruso. He'll get his share of rebounds at 6 feet tall. And in the corner, Alize.
They're hoping he gets his share of points, too.
Yes.
The last game of the season.
Cortez is open and he hits.
Watch this kid. This kid likes to show. He puts on a little bit of a show.
And Merrimack gave him way too big of a cushion right there. He took full advantage for the game's first three-pointer, 5-0. The Panthers lead here, 8-minute quarters in New Hampshire High School boys and girls basketball. And so, in the first couple minutes, South with a pretty comfortable lead.
Well, Dennis Wineta really disrupts he disrupts.
He disrupts their
offense. They don't want to. They want to post up their guys in the worst way, and they know they can't do it. Look at that hustle by Nashua South, by Castanway. This is a South team that is looking to get turnovers and looking to use that to ignite their running game.
And this is a team we marvel at their basketball IQ a lot because of their two dynamic guards and just awareness of passing lanes, constantly anticipating passes and disrupting the offenses that they face.
Kind of like the referee that's to my right.
That's right, walking right in front of your camera.
Oh, God.
The turnaround, and it is long. Rebound fought for, collected by Karsten Lemire. And down court comes Caruso. Tough jumper, contested, front rims it. And there's a steal.
Yeah, see, Merrimack,
Caruso.
They don't want to run with this team, and it's already 7-0. They don't want to run with South, but this is not the start that Merrimack could use.
That's right. Merrimack still looking for their first points. The turnaround, no good. Caruso fights for the rebound and gets it over to Karsten Lemire. Down court, Castanway. Double team, backs it out. In the corner, Alize Ruiz Cortez, who has hit a three, not getting as much room this time from his defender.
Good call, John, because he didn't, and ball was partially blocked, but they call a foul on it.
Yeah. Hand on the wrist is the indication. I believe it was against Merrimack's number 11. That's David Roy, who has taken their shots so far.
Yeah, watch out for Ruiz Cortez. I mean, when he hit that three-pointer, he pointed right over to the Merrimack student body. So,
that's feeling confident.
Yeah.
Maybe you know some people over there. It is a busy night for basketball here in New Hampshire's Boys Basketball Division I. Lots of games going on. Tom's trying to cover 3 Nashua teams tonight. North, Bishop Girton, and South all in action.
I have Joe Marshalletta from New Hampshire High School Sports doing Nashua North. He and I swap stories. So he's got North covered. I hope to get down to
Londonderry, right?
I hope to get down to see Girton, the end of Girton Alvern if I can.
Girton Alvern going on. There's a block by Wainena. Getting it back though was Roy, and Merrimack's possession continues. Nice open look. That doesn't go. Rebound, grabbed by Wainena, and now they're going to call the foul against David Roy, who says he got elbowed in the jaw, but the official could only see so much in that high-speed melee.
There was a lot going on there, wasn't there?
Limbs flying. And the call goes the Panthers' way, and still a 0 on the board for Merrimack. Tom talking to me about Merrimack before the game, saying they can go stretches where they just can't score.
Yeah, and they got goose eggs now. We're already over 4 minutes in, and they haven't scored yet.
Cortez goes to his right. And what do we have? Away from the ball, a foul.
On South.
Against South.
Usually, if it's away from the ball and they blow the whistle, it's going to be offense.
Offensive foul.
It's going to be a pick. It's going to be a legal pick or some kind of a foul.
So Merrimack gets it back. 2 fouls on the Tomahawks and 1 on Panthers so far halfway through the first quarter. Merrimack with some perimeter passing, having difficulty setting up a clean look again.
And there you go. See, this is the problem. They don't have a flow to their offense. But, of course, South is doing their best they can to disrupt it. And then when you get Wainena in the middle, takes away the post play.
Trying to penetrate. Matt Veluzzi backs it up. Veluzzi looking to his right now. He passes it to...
Yeah, there have been a lot of Veluzzis that have been good athletes in Merrimack. He's one of them.
Jackson Rosa back to... What do we have? A timeout, Merrimack.
Yeah, timeout, Merrimack. Frustrated by the Panther defense. That's why.
Going back to the idea board. Maybe get out the whiteboard and drop a play to get them off the schneid here. 0 points from Merrimack.
Somehow they've got to get Wainena out of the middle.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? I think sometimes with a big guy like that, if you're afraid of him, it doesn't work. So I think what you have to do is go at him.
Right.
Get him in foul trouble. We've seen Wainena in foul trouble before. So, but that's a great weapon for Nate Mazeroll to have. You know, he's got a bunch of runner gunners, but he's also got the big guy inside. It helps. And he won their first 2 games for him with late putbacks to start the season against Memorial and Wyndham. So he's a senior. They're going to miss him next year.
Yes, sir.
They have to get somebody. They have to get some growth pills for somebody else.
Matt Veluzzi to Luke DeFossis to the cutting David Roy, and South able to keep them off the scoreboard still, but Merrimack gets the loose ball.
Yeah, Wainena's got height, doesn't have hands.
Students are really
That's okay. He makes up for it in other ways.
He's looking like Linus Olmark right now, and that one is over him, and that doesn't go, and the student body's really into the shutout.
Boy, I'll tell you right now, this is unbelievable. Merrimack just having problems getting some points.
Yeah, South has designs on a first quarter shutout here. If they can pull it off. Meanwhile, on the offensive end, they're doing okay. They got 8, looking for double digits. As Castanway hits, and it is double digits. Was it 2 or 3? It was 2.
It was 2, yeah. I can tell by where he shot it from, it was 2.
Well inside the arc,
no
but
question.
Still a beautiful jumper by Castanway. And it is a 10-0 South lead. And Channing defense like it's 0.
Right.
0.
But I'll tell you something else after the first quarter.
And Veluzzi passes it to Rosa. Somebody's going to have to hit a shot here for the Tomahawks.
Yeah.
And wide open. He didn't want to take it, though, Rosa.
That's a deep 3, John.
It is, yeah.
That's what you do when you're desperate for points. You take bad shots.
Looking for an opening that doesn't seem to be there. The ball's low on the ground. Up with it and in. Hard fought. 2 points for Isaac Infante.
And Infante grabs the loose ball, puts it up, and there's the first basket with 1:25 left in the period. But right back comes South.
Caruso with the shoulder. Good non-call, I guess, there. He gets the 2. No whistle as they play on. South immediately gets the basket back and still have that 10-point lead.
Now Merrimack got a lunch pail set of points to see if they get into a rhythm. Oh, look at that. Man, you know you're having a tough night when the ball just gets stuck there, right?
Yeah, those 1 in 1,000 stick-em shots.
Yeah. When you got a guy like Winena, though, there's no question they don't have to get the pole out to knock it away.
Yeah. You know, he was the only one that probably could have reached that easily, but he made the wise choice.
I could have gotten it.
You would have got it?
I could have gotten it.
Time out, let Tom get it.
Yeah, no problem. Not a problem.
I would actually pay to see you try.
Yes, you
Build
would.
the game.
Yeah. Would you pay for the hospital bill, too?
No, I was thinking of that,
land
too.
on the floor?
No, I wouldn't, no.
See what South does offensively here. 42 seconds left. I don't think they need to hold for the last shot. You know?
No, I guess not.
And Nate Mazerow puts his hand up for a play, and it's got a 1 on it. So that tells me maybe they are holding for the last shot.
Wow, take a half minute off here. They're getting penetration.
Not that time. They're going to take it.
Oh, there's a putback by Hedquist.
Yeah, Hedquist right in the right place, right time.
Isaiah on the miss. I don't know if it was by design. Probably not by Castanway, but turns into 2 more for the Panthers with a comfortable lead. Up a dozen here, first quarter. Cutting. And not able to get the shot away. Luke DeFosse's. The step back by Beluzzi is good.
He nails it at the buzzer.
Oh, a much-needed 3.
Boy, was that ever a much-needed 3. Beluzzi at the buzzer, and we've got a 14-5 game after 1. But I'll tell you what. What's South not doing?
They are not shooting free throws?
No.
I don't know what. I give up.
They're not full court pressing.
No, they're not.
Because they know their half-court defense can shut Merrimack down. So there's no reason to give Merrimack gift points off a break.
There you go. Yeah.
Right?
No reason.
No reason to get him into a flow.
True, yeah.
So they have trust in their half-court defense to shut that team down.
And especially when you put Winena in the middle of that set piece.
You know, it works.
Yeah, it does.
It works.
Right.
And, of course, you know.
Dennis has been dominant in the first quarter, whether he's been almost blocking shots or actually blocking them and getting rebounds and dictating what Merrimack cannot do on offense.
Right.
They just can't get the ball inside. So hence a 14-5 lead on the scoreboard for the Panthers.
Told they started early down at Nashua North, Pete Johnson. We got a score from down there?
And he scored from Nashua North.
They started early.
Yeah, 14-5.
6:25, they were 2 minutes in.
14-5. South is up as we begin the second quarter. Pete was informing me that we don't have our scoreboard graphic, so I'll try to remember to say the score often. And it remains 14-5 with South up by 9 after that miss opening the second quarter by
I think
Merrimack.
if you're watching at home, you got to keep score by yourself. That's what I
You
say.
got pen and paper. Josh Caruso's shot, he back rims it. Merrimack trying to push the pace before South can set up. The leaner, DeFossi, no. The follow, Infante got fouled.
But he got fouled, yep.
That was a well-timed offensive board crash by Isaac Infante, who's at the free throw line to shoot a pair. 6'4" senior for Merrimack. He'll be missed by the Tomahawks next season as he banks one home. Round the rim, off the glass, and in. Dennis Wainena took the briefest of breaks, was out of the game for 40 seconds of game clock, and he's back in. As Infante shoots and makes his second of 2 free throws.
If you're a Merrimack and you're having trouble scoring, you better make your free throws. And now look, see, you get into a flow, you get into a little bit of a rhythm. They're only down 7.
Only 7. They'll take it after that really rough start in the first quarter. A buzzer beater 3-pointer by Veluzzi, reason why they had 5. There's a contested shot. A travel is called underneath. Didn't see that one coming against Joshua Tripp, who was underneath, and he seemed to absorb a lot of contact as he went up with the shot right underneath the basket, but got called for a travel. It might have slipped a little bit. Slip sliding there, like the Super Bowl grass. Phoenix. There's Merrimack trying to make it closer game, down 14-7 with the ball. And just a close call there. Oh, he put the ball on the floor, but he got away with it and steals it back. What a play by Luke DeFossis. Dennis Wainana gets assaulted as he goes to the floor.
Two things there. One, you see Wainana, his hands aren't the best, right?
Yeah.
Two, his blocking ability is great, and they know it, right?
Yeah.
Three, a couple of players on Merrimack aren't afraid of him. They're going to take it right to him, and I'm sure that's what they were told in the huddle.
Yeah. And really, they have no choice.
Right.
They're just going to cave in and concede. That they'll have nothing to show for it offensively in the end. There's a nice stop and pop by Castanway, but it's in and out. Unfriendly roll off the rim there. A hesitation drive. Jackson Rosa kicks it to the middle, and Fonte goes left hand off the glass.
All right, you've got to find ways to beat Wainana, and that's what they're doing. They were intimidated at the start of the game, not so now.
That's as a creative a lay-in as you'll see by a 6'4" center, Isaac Infante, going left hand high off the glass to get it up and over. Dennis Wainana, not an easy task. It's 14-9. What passing by South, but maybe one too many as it goes off. Zach Castanway out of bounds.
We've talked so much about the Merrimack offense. Let's talk about the South offense. They haven't scored in about 4 minutes. 5:39 left to play, right?
I forgot about that.
2.5 in, and they were maybe I'd say 3.5 minutes. They've been shut down a little bit.
That has been a stretch.
And I think it all started when they took their time at the end of the period. Well, of course, Hedquist was right there with the layup, but that put back by Hedquist is the last time they scored.
Yeah. Around the perimeter, Merrimack gets into the middle, and trying to cut with it was DeFossi. He gets shut down. Now Jackson Rosa, DeFossi, back to DeFossi. Thought about the pass. Bouncer, and it's Belusi wide open for two. Timeout South.
Timeout South, and I wouldn't be surprised if Nate Maswell switches to a man-to-man.
Full court press?
I don't know about full court, but I think he'll go man.
Man-to-man instead of his own.
Yeah.
It's a one-score game suddenly. Went from 10-0, now 14-11.
It's a great job by Merrimack to get their offense going. You know, I mean, you can get blown out of the gym very early. It's a credit to them that they're not doing that.
It sure is. 27-13 North is your score.
Yeah, not surprised there.
In the first half against Londonderry.
No Trevor Lebrecht, but when I asked Steve Lane what has gotten them through the time that Lebrecht has been out, and what does he attribute it to, the fact that they've been able to win 14 in a row, he came up with 2 words: Jaden Montgomery. And that young man is having himself a great season, defensively and offensively. Assists, points, defense, turnovers, the whole bit.
Let's hope the rest of the team can stay healthy. It was a tough break for Trevor. So South
if they had Lebrecht, hands down the favorite to win the tournament. They still could win the tournament without him.
Wow.
That's how deep they are.
That says a lot. Cortez swings it to Caruso. 2 players that haven't called their name in a while. Cortez going to shoot it, and he makes it.
Yeah, South needs that. They need to get their game going a little bit, right?
That's 3 for 3. Alex Cortez.
They need somebody get hot, get going, and don't let Merrimack come back in this game. That's what they need. And the way to do that defensively, but also points. Now they're still in a little bit of a zone.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
ARC and Castanway making life difficult for Belusi, and also fellow guard Michael Flera still.
Oh, his hands are pretty good there, weren't they?
They heard you. He heard you. Pushing the pace, Karsten Lemire. Now he kicks it back to Castanway. Thought about it, pop. Now he'll take it. Left it short. Rebound. Good job.
He rushed it.
Yeah.
It was good defense on him. He didn't have the positioning he needed to have to make that shot.
Jackson Rosa, number 3, playing well in this comeback within a half by Merrimack. And the quick hands, that goes out of bounds off of Lemire, I guess.
I don't know about that. That
you want a replay?
Yeah, I'd like to see the replay on that.
Yeah, no argument from Karsten, though.
No, that's true.
It's because he's a good kid.
It's like a bounce pass to nobody, and it wasn't deflected.
Yeah, I know. They look like they just threw it out of bounds. But it's Merrimack ball. And trying to get it in, and a nice denial by Dennis Wainena.
The hands are not. Oh, Castanway, tough break.
Yeah, he run out of real estate there underneath the basket. 6-point game, 17-11. And Merrimack trying to cut it to a one-score game again. They do. 17-14 with that three-pointer by David Roy from distance. Got in rhythm, got an open shot.
Back in the game.
Certainly are. Dennis Wainena got fouled. They're going to point out, I believe, Isaac Infante away from the basket, non-shooting foul. 4 as a team against Merrimack, 2 against South. South trying to regain a bigger lead. They were up 10. They're now only up 3. Caruso's leaner doesn't go. Rebound fought for. Merrimack has it. Merrimack fans being heard from now. Jackson Rosa slowing the pace down as he walks toward the middle. 2:45 to go in the first half. And South now clinging to a 3-point lead, 17-14. First half of this first round game. Quarterfinals upcoming. South hoping for a rematch possibly against BG. They're taking on Alvern tonight. There's a turnaround by Jackson Rosa, skims off the rim.
Well, Wainena altered that shot.
Again. The one-touch pass from Lemire. He wanted a return pass instead. Dennis shot it. Wainena gets it back off the floor, gives it to Lemire. Contested shot, and no good. On the floor, jump ball.
South ball.
Arrow, South, you're right.
So Wainena's mistake there was he got the alley-oop. He came down with it. Got to go up with it.
Yes.
Got to stay in the air.
The other way. Of course, we're usually good for one Dennis Wainena dunk a game.
Yeah, I got a shot at one the last time we were here.
And maybe we'll get it in the first half, maybe the second half, but certainly the students are hanging on around for it. There's Roy Cortez misses the lay-in. Lemire doing yeoman work underneath, but he lost it out of bounds.
Boy, hot potato right now.
Yeah.
South is having trouble buying a hoop.
Yeah, suddenly really struggling to score here in the second quarter, Tom. How many points do they have after the first?
14.
Wow.
They've been outscored 9-3 in this quarter.
3 points in the 6 minutes of this quarter.
Yes.
They also went scoreless for the last few minutes of the first quarter.
Well, they got inside a minute. That was Hedquist's play, remember?
Oh, Hedquist,
on the missed layup by Castanway.
Maybe they got to put Isaiah back out there. And there's a steal. Karsten, anticipation. Going coast to coast, absorbed the contact, laid it in.
Yeah, that was a good idea by Lemire. Take the ball all the way. Don't pass it off. Take it all the way and get the points, or either that or go to the foul line or both.
Press your advantage, and he did it perfectly. Yep. Lemire.
If I'm Merrimack, I don't cross court pass against these guys.
In the corner, trying to come out of the corner.
The winner gets either Bishop Gurdon or Alvern.
That's right. And there's an open look for Roy. He gets his rebound back, and he finds his open teammate. What a play by David Roy as he feeds Jensen Monroe, the talented forward off the bench.
Yeah, Caruso was in position to get that rebound, but the ball bounced off the back of the rim out, not down.
Merrimack not going quietly if they're going to go at all here in this opening round playoff game, because Conway gets stuffed. They've got a foul call.
Yeah, he'll go to the line, but you know what? He gave up a shot for a three. He gave up a chance for a three.
Yeah, and Austin Denton, the Merrimack coach, beseeching the official, where was the foul? He's still asking the question.
Wow, there was contact obviously up there. It looked that way anyway. But I saw a play, block shots. Ooh, Castanway with a rare miss at the line. Got a game here, John Collins.
Yeah, we sure do. A much closer game than maybe we anticipated at the opening tip. Zach Castonway hits the free throw. It's a 20-16 lead. Merrimack wants to draw up a play here with 35 seconds left. Down 20-16. A low-scoring first half. Mainly because Merrimack struggled to score in the first quarter. South struggling mightily on offense here in the second quarter. As both teams huddle up, our cameraman Tim O'Neill, looks like he's focusing in on the Nashua South, both huddles. Our executive producer Pete Johnson alongside me here. A lot going on in basketball in New Hampshire tonight.
Yeah, and
including some girls action.
Well, one of them in boys in Division II, the defending champion is no longer the champion. Souhegan lost to Oyster River, number 3 against number 14.
Wow, that is a huge
That's a
upset.
huge
First
shock.
round, right?
So that shows you.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Never say never. Justin Bieber.
Never say never.
28th birthday tonight. You knew that.
There it is. Yep. Oh, yeah, of course.
Never say never. The anthem of the underdogs in the opening rounds of the March Madness tournaments, high school and college. So here comes Merrimack with the opening. Coming out of the timeout with the possession, trying to make it a one-score game with only 21 seconds left and almost a steal. It's nearly in the backcourt. Somehow the Tomahawks save it. 15 seconds. South really pursuing the ball right now, making life difficult for the ball handlers for Merrimack. 8 seconds, 7. Somebody's going to have to take a shot here, and it's going to be
Roy.
Oh, actually, Jackson Rosa missed the putback, and Fonte had a great look, couldn't get it to go.
How many of those have we seen missed on both ends? Right?
Dozens of points left on the rim. So we will go to the third quarter after this halftime break. This game is very much hanging in the balance right now.
This is Merrimack's game in terms of the tempo. 20-16. It's the old South way, play defense and get your points when you can.
Yeah, they'll take it.
They'll take it. Are you kidding me? After starting out 14-2?
Absolutely. And so both coaching staffs will go and strategize at halftime. John Collins along with Tom King. We'll be back with the second half, the exciting conclusion to this one, live at Nashua High South on a Wednesday night, March 1st of 2023, after this break.
DJ Pete Johnson.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Nashua High
The
South.
Slow Jams by DJ Pete.
Yeah. Oh, man. Harry Belafonte, 95 years old today. Still with us. The Banana Boat song. So, glad to see it. And you know what else is in the news? 94, George Toma. Remember him? Guru Grass?
Wow, George Toma told the NFL to go, you know what?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Well, that's another story for another time. Tom was a great storyteller on the Guru of Grass when he was here in Nashua. So here we go, Tom. Second half. It's more than maybe South even bargained for. They knew they'd have to play tough, but
right.
This is a close game. 20-16.
Well,
South leads
they knew
for the
they'd have
moment.
to plplay tough. But when the game started up 14-2, they figured, okay, we got this, right? That biggest point was the shot by Veluzzi at the end of the quarter. That's momentum right there.
Yes.
At the end of the first quarter.
Instead of being 14-2, it was 14-5. And then Merrimack had the ball to begin the quarter, and
they get the ball now, and they're down 4 to start the second half.
So Merrimack, who are the 13 seed, taking on the 4th seed in South. These two teams played 2 weeks ago. Pretty comfortable victory for the Panthers.
This is anything but comfortable right now, and I bet it's going to stay that way.
And Roy misses the first shot of the second half, and it looked good out of his hand, in and out.
South has just not been able to run the way they like.
David Roy had a chance there. Now here's number 11 for the Panthers. Zach Castonway changes direction, looking for an open teammate. Josh Caruso had it poked out of his hand, but it's still Panther ball.
Merrimack's defense has improved in this game. They looked like they were giving up the kitchen sink, and
with their season on the line, stepping it up defensively.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Little different ball game. Forcing South to do that. Go all the way back to half court and set it up.
As assistant coach Lauren Gaudette told us before the game, the goal is to be at practice tomorrow for both of these teams.
Right.
And the only way that happens is if you win this game. Right now, it's anybody's game. 4 points separate the two teams, 20-16. South looking for their first score of the third quarter. Josh Caruso inbounds at Dennis Winena, gets rid of it to Zach Castonway. Back to Winena, denied, and loose ball. David Roy after the steal by
Tell you what, John, this
Infante.
is how South wins it. Get Caruso, Castonway, and Roy Cortez involved offensively. Get them shooting. That's the only way they win this game.
Luke Desfossis with the ball. He gives it to Jackson Rosa.
They need those kids to step up and score. Not give the ball up and go post. Step up, score.
DeFossi bounce pass to Infante. Another bounce pass to Roy. Reverse lay-in doesn't go.
I tell you, Merrimack's had some good looks, haven't they?
They sure have.
But this is what's got to happen. Up and too anxious.
I couldn't get there in time, Pete, but it did. Your laptop's intact.
Oh, DJ Pete's got to have quick hands, right?
Yeah, he was focused on the controls. The ball was headed toward Laptop City, but it hit the table. And unfortunately, it's a throwaway for South after the great rebound by Karsten Lemire. Now it's an open look, and another great look for Merrimack, and they don't convert. Full
but
court
look at
pressure.
that. Merrimack gets in the passing lane, stops the fast break.
Castonway splits the double team, bounce pass. Lemire's open, he'll take it and can't make it. It's in and out. Seen a lot of in and out by both teams.
Boy, the offense is just not coming for either team, but the better looks have gone to Merrimack in the last quarter.
At least 3 or 4 maybe since the quarter began, and we're still at 2016.
Yeah, once they start shooting from the outside, Merrimack, if they can hit it, watch out. I think South's got to get that. I think they've got to screen Caruso. They've got to screen Castonway and let them start shooting.
Veluzzi and Rosa playing catch for Merrimack as they look to throw it inside. Winena's waiting for Infante. Gets it right back.
Infante traveled, got away with it.
And the put up off the glass. Dennis Winena, big rebound.
That shouldn't happen, though. They should not allow that layup to even take place. Winena's got to come out.
Zach Castonway on the perimeter looking for a seam to Roy Cortez, and he puts it up and he got fouled on the wrist. Upset with himself that he didn't make the basket, but he will go to the line for the quarter's first point. South hopes. LSA Roy Cortez, just a sophomore, a key player in the Panthers' playoff hopes at the free throw line. 2 fouls as a team for Merrimack so far in the second half, none for the Panthers. Score's been frozen at 2016, and now South has 21. Another free throw coming for Roy Cortez.
But you have that feeling, don't you? You have that upset feeling?
Yeah.
You do, don't you?
Upset stomach.
Yeah, it's
if you're a South fan.
Right. You know, I mean, it's just because Merrimack's just not going to go away now. Maybe I'm wrong, but they're not doing it. Look at that. See, nice play by Lemire.
Lemire denies Infante right in front of the basket. Castonway pushing the pace. Drops it off to Winena. Gets it back from his center. Drives the seam. Gets fouled as he hits the deck. That shot really had no prayer going in, but he knew he was going to draw the foul.
That's just it. South's got to get back in attack mode. Right? Attack mode.
Yeah, so tentative since they took the big lead in the first quarter. It's been a struggle.
You know what? Because attack mode is going to get you two things. One of two things. It's either going to get you points in the paint, or no, points in the paint, or shots from the line.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean.
Yeah. Higher percentage shots. So, nice free throw shooting there by Zach Castanway, and we have a 8-point lead for the Panthers just like that as they score the first 4 here of quarter.
Almost a turnover there.
Of the second half. Yeah, I'm surprised. The Tomahawks have definitely cut down on the amount of steals that South is accustomed to getting.
Yes, they have.
With those fast hands, taking better care of the ball, the Tomahawks.
But still.
Bounce pass underneath, and Infante can't get it to go.
They've had that backdoor play all game. It's been there all game for Merrimack, and they're taking advantage of it.
May have gone against Karsten Lemire on a push.
I think it did, but that backdoor play, boy, I'll tell you, they are getting it in there.
It's only the first foul against
They must have seen
South.
something, John. They must have seen something in that zone that allows them to do that. There's Juanita with a big block.
With a beautiful block. Castanway ahead of the field. Bounce pass, no look, up the end. Can't get it to go. Josh Caruso hits the deck, no call, with some contact on the outside.
That's a big miss.
And a turnover by Merrimack.
Juanita, no, you don't want to do that, Dennis. You want to pass it out.
And he returned the favor. DeFoss has snatched it back. He's done that a couple of times in this game. DeFoss can't get it in. Dennis Juanita just intimidating the heck out of everybody. They've been missing gimme shots all quarter. And LSA Roy Cortez draws another foul as he goes into attack mode to the basket. And to the line. So Merrimack has not yet scored here in the third quarter, correct?
Correct.
Wow. It's just amazing that some of those shots didn't go in.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, we've played almost 6
I mean,
minutes.
they've taken nothing but high percentage shots. 80, 90% shots.
Nothing from outside.
Nothing from outside. All high percentage shots.
You've seen balls bounce off the rim twice and then drop off.
Yeah.
A big in-and-out burger for the Tomahawks, and meanwhile more free throw makes for the Panthers. They're up 10, 26-16, despite really pretty much struggling on offense themselves. A low-scoring affair here. A Wednesday night playoff game in South. Castanway nearly had it. Instead, it's a shot for Jackson Rosa. It doesn't go. Hedquist nearly too soft of a pass.
South's getting a little careless with their outlet passes. Merrimack's doing a good job of forcing that to happen, though.
Karsten Lemire takes a rest. Into the game for the Panthers is Joshua Tripp. Number 32.
If you keep Merrimack scoreless for this amount of time, you better take advantage of it with points.
Hands it off.
It's good defense by Merrimack on the perimeter.
Castanway found a way, but he got blocked by Infante. As the ball trickles over this way, good sportsmanship by Isaac Infante. Hedquist gets helped up off the floor, and Merrimack ball.
How'd Hedquist end up on the floor, right? Right?
Yeah.
They're letting him play, which is good. I like it. I like that. But again, South lets a possession go by.
Up top, almost a bobble there by Luke DeFosses. He passes it to Michael Flera, number 30. Flera swings it to the right. Jackson Rosa inside. DeFosses with his back to the basket.
Oh, he traveled. He got away with it.
And another miss for Merrimack. What do we have? A foul goes against the Panthers.
No, it's against Merrimack.
Oh, it is. It's an offensive foul.
You see a player in a white jersey clap. He's not clapping because he got fouled.
Oh, man. Another miss. And Merrimack is in dire jeopardy of going another quarter.
If I look at it, I think they're 0 for 11.
That sounds
0
right.
0 for 11, 0 for 12. They have gone scoreless for 6 minutes of the quarter, and there's a foul away from the ball, and it's going to be on South.
It's on Josh Caruso for pushing Matt Veluzzi away from him off of a pick, so he got called for a foul away from the ball.
But you know, that's good defense. Defense will cause you to do that.
Man to man, Merrimack playing tough.
Looking to get those points.
Meanwhile, have not
6
scored.
minutes they haven't scored, but they've stayed in the game somehow. There's a blow.
And a rebound, Isaac.
He's got
Infante
it. Right there,
makes
Infante.
it. Wow.
145.
With Wainena out, he was able to get a rebound and put it back in.
And that's why Wainena is up to come back in.
Yeah. First points of the third quarter for Merrimack. Zach Costangwe's shot doesn't go.
What do you know? All it takes is 2 points to get your team going.
Oh, man.
You know? I mean, look, South's not pointing up points either. This game could end in the 30s, John.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
It's a couple of teams, or at least South's put up 70 regularly.
This is a team that can score 80.
Great steal by Hedquist. And an uncontested lay-in for Zach Costangwe.
Yeah, see, there haven't been enough of those for South, and I think they expected.
I think that's the first one.
I think they expected a lot more of those in this game.
10-point game again. South's up 28-18, under a minute to go now in the third quarter.
Yep, we got a BG score out here, Pete.
14-7. BG boys are up early over Alvern. That game starting later than this one, so Tom's going to be able to make the end of that game.
Hopefully, you know. I mean, you'd hope. Yeah. You never know. We play 3 overtimes. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
Don't rule that out.
No, you can't. Karsten Lemire checks back in with Dennis Wainena. Lemire family watches. They're watching. I'll get that right someday. Karsten Lemire back in there. He's been a key player in this game.
Why? What have you been saying?
Lemire.
Oh, no, it's Lemire.
Yeah, Lemire. Oh, and the magic word was Lemire.
Yeah, unforced error.
Panthers. That was a rare unforced error by the Tomahawks.
Yep.
They were pretty sure-handed. We were remarking on it.
26.8 seconds left in the period. It's 28-18 in favor of Nashua South. And let's see if they they're going to close out the quarter. They want to go into that fourth quarter up 10, at least 10.
Nate Masro literally said, wait, to Zach Costangwe. Now he says play. The coach for the Panthers.
Here's your shot right here.
And there's the block out of bounds with 2.5 to go. A clean block. Luke DeFossi got up there. Also, Jackson Rosa might have got all ball.
2.5 left. Let's see if South can put up some points.
I want
here's
Roy
so
Cortez on the wing. I want him for 3 right over here in front of the student body.
No, I want Wainena on an alley-oop.
Right over here in front of the student body. Wainena for 3. The turnaround, Wainena, no. And we go to the fourth quarter. 28-18. South is up 10. It's the most uncomfortable 10-point lead you've ever seen.
No kidding, huh?
Yeah.
Tell you.
Because the points have been so difficult to come by. A 2-point quarter from Merrimack, and they're still in the game.
Incredible.
How does that? Do you explain to me how that happens? But that's where we're at. As 3 games in Nashua going on simultaneously. North is taking on Londonderry as the number 2 seed tries to take care. Are they the 2 seed or the 3 seed?
Who is?
North.
North is the 3 seed.
They're the 3 seed. Yeah.
Yep.
It is Bedford number 1, Pinkerton 2, North is 3, and 4 is South. In danger here, getting knocked off.
So Merrimack, 2 points in the quarter, and they're still in the game.
In it. Although I got to say, you got to like a 10-point lead normally in any situation, but this has been a kind of a crazy game. And the 5th seed is Bishop Girton. So there is a ton going on in Nashua area boys basketball this season. Some teams had some really good and great seasons if you're North. And interestingly, North and South did not play Pinkerton. And so we'll see what happens with Pinkerton. They are in the North bracket. North looking to play the winner of Exeter-Goffstown.
That would be, if it's Exeter, that'd be a rematch of last year's quarterfinals.
And it would be here at North in Nashua.
Another block shot.
Yeah, and Zach Costangwe is looking at his hands like he got hacked, but divested of the ball in midair cleanly, according to the referee who was right there. So South with the opening possession of the fourth quarter, trying to add to their 10-point lead, knocked out of bounds by Isaac Infante. He thinks it went off with Dennis Wainana. Wainana says, no, you're wrong. Didn't. They're having a discussion. Mid-game. Pistonway with it. Zach's been somewhat neutralized by this hustling Merrimack defensive unit. Good pass to Wainana inside, but it went off his leg out of bounds. Dennis couldn't control it one-handed. He thought he was being bodied, maybe a foul, but officials saw it differently, and it's a turnover, Merrimack ball. That took 30 seconds off the clock. 8-minute quarters. We are at the 7:25 mark remaining in the game. And South with a 10-point lead, 28-18. There's a lay-in for Isaac Infante, who's been the player of the game for Merrimack tonight.
Yep, he sure has.
At a height disadvantage with his center counterpart, Dennis Wainana, and he's fighting valiantly. That one is kept. Oh, it's out of bounds, they say. Off of Merrimack. David Roy doesn't think he went out of bounds, but South ball for the inbounds.
Tell you what, though,
8-point game.
South has got to increase their offense. They're not going to win this game scoring. I mean, look, it was 28-18 after 3, right?
Yeah.
They scored 8 in the quarter. That's it. For all we said about Merrimack, these guys only scored 8.
Alice Roy Cortez trying to take over the game, and he missed the front rim, get the rebound back. A lot of contact, dishes it. Lemir's shot is blocked by Infante. Jump ball, arrow, Merrimack.
There are a ton of blocks going on underneath.
Oh, yeah, and a lot of it is because, as you said, they're letting them play.
Yep.
There's a ton of contact, and the players are reading that, what they
are.
can get away with,
Sure
which is
are.
a lot.
Yep.
So the difficult to make shots are becoming even more difficult because people are reluctant or even refuse to put up three-pointers. These people aren't doing it, despite the dearth of scoring. And I think Alice Roy Cortez could have made 1 or 2 by now if he shot a few
Roy
more.
wanted it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Wanted that shot.
That's Jackson Rosa, number 3.
Rosen,
Yeah.
I thought for sure he was going to take that shot.
Roy, with the bounce pass, too much on it, out of bounds off of Merrimack. He had the idea, like the one-touch bounce pass to Infante, but
Merrimack needs just 2 baskets to make South really get nervous.
yeah, it's an 8-point game, 28-20.
They cut it down to 4. All of a sudden, all bets are off here.
6 minutes remaining, 28-20. South trying to add to a tentative 8-point lead. Alice Roy Cortez went up and down, and he able to make it.
That's the biggest basket of this game right now. Keeps the lead in double digits.
I thought he self-passed it to himself, but it turned into a legal play. It's the 2 points, a 10-point lead for South, 30-20.
Oh,
The good
nice
catch
pass.
and release, but no, and the rebound, Isaac Infante, great work against Wainana underneath for the offensive board. The high arcer by David Roy. Infante, another rebound.
Shot.
Rosa makes it. Jackson Rosa from the corner. An 8-point game again, 30-22. Merrimack down 8. I thought Austin Denton, the Merrimack coach, was calling timeout. He was just clapping.
He made
it's
it out.
South calling the timeout.
Yep, South's calling a timeout.
Nate
Nate's
wants to talk it over.
Tell you what, no matter what happens in this game, Nate's not going to be happy afterwards.
No, this is a
Not going to like
sweatshop
what he's
game
seeing
for
right
Nate
here.
over there.
Yeah, this is something else.
Nate Mazerel assisted by Greg Montine, Lauren Gaudette, Mike Raza, and the head coach for Merrimack talking it over with his team and his assistant coaches, Eric Gendron, Richard Flera, and Ray Juneau. It is a Wednesday night, the opening night of the New Hampshire Boys Division I 2023 tournament. Bedford, Pinkerton, Nashua North all finished 17-1. South all by themselves in 4th place at 14-4. They've had a terrific season. They don't want it to end right here, right now, tonight.
Neither does Merrimack. That's the thing.
Oh, that's the problem, isn't it?
It's their first
That's the
tournament.
conundrum.
It's their first tournament. If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, I don't know if they made it the last 2 years. I don't think they made it last year, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, I guess we do not have the score on the screen, correct? Yeah, and Pete Johnson is going to correct that by the next game. I can tell you that. But I will tell you it's 30-22.
DJ Pete?
Yes, DJ Pete. 30-22. South's up by 8 points with 5 minutes remaining. 5:01 counting down.
He's got to put that score to song for him to be able to do it, right?
Yeah. So, Castonway looking for an opening. They talked it over in the timeout. What do they want to do here on offense?
They want to score.
Oh, boy.
That's simple. They want to score.
And there's the pass. Lemire has an opening. Now it's shut down by Infante. Open look for Castonway. Front rims it. Wainana got a hand on it, but David Roy.
Wainana's got to go up and grab it with 2 hands.
David Roy stops, pops, and
no.
Misses. Infante. Rebound. Isaac Infante got fouled, and he makes the shot.
Look at that. Infante is having a game.
His initials are IY, and boy, he was up in the sky on that one over everybody. I didn't think he had a chance at that rebound. He was kind of reaching over, but he didn't make any illegal contact. End of the third quarter, North is up big over Londonderry, 60-31.
Yeah, they're taking care of business, but not here with South.
No. It is a 5-point game with 4.5. A lot of basketball left to be played. 4.5 minutes. Zach Castonway with it. It's been a while since South scored again. Caruso.
It's been a while since Caruso scored.
Yes.
And Castonway.
And I tell you what, Matt Veluzzi gets credit there because he's been
all over him. Yep.
Caruso. Castonway knifing his way through off the glass, and the putback almost by Wainana doesn't fall.
Tell you what, they can't buy a basket all of a sudden.
No, and Merrimack's
and they're not getting offensive rebounds.
Merrimack's feeling the upset vibe right now.
They sure are.
Veluzzi, and then Roy gets blocked. No, he passed it to Infante, the reverse. Isaac Infante having the game of his life, the senior. He wants to keep playing basketball, and he's got his team within 3, 30-27, with 3.5 minutes to go.
Unbelievable.
Dennis Wainana hands it off. Caruso lost.
Yeah, their scores are out of whack.
And a wild-looking lay-in attempt by Matt Veluzzi. Bodies hit the floor.
South scores are feeling it right now, right? They're out of whack.
Yeah, they
are. You know what? The one kid that I think you can trust right now to score and at least get to the line, number 3.
I agree.
Yeah.
And he's the sophomore out there.
But he's got no fear.
No, and I think he should have taken more threes
Caruso
tonight,
Caruso is out of rhythm, so that shot was way off.
Right.
Castonway is getting shots blocked every time he goes up for a layup. So Cortez will take it.
3:14. I had to go look behind me.
Yeah, because there's a bulb out on that clock. 3:14 left to play here in the game. 30-27.
South clinging to a one-score lead, as they have pretty much since the midway through the second quarter, when South led 14-5 at the end of the first, and just had all kinds of trouble scoring really since then. I mean, they've scored since the first quarter ended 16 points. And you're talking about almost 3 quarters gone by. That is a struggle, ladies and gentlemen. That's averaging 5 points a quarter. So they've got to get going here in the last 3:14 in order to extend their season. This is the opening round, preliminary round. They're trying to get to the quarterfinals. David Roy faked the shot. He's got Castonway on him. Dribbling it between the legs, directing traffic into the corner. David Roy. Castonway stays with him. Roy gives it up to Isaac Infante. In the corner, Jackson Rosa off a pick. Rosa pops from the free throw line, rattles in and out. Rebound, Castonway picks up the loose ball on the floor.
Yeah, that's just it's incredible how many easy shots Merrimack has missed. In and out, off the back rim.
Oh.
I mean, we're not talking about air balls. We're talking about balls that are on their way down and all of a sudden end up out.
Fractions of an inch constantly. Yeah. There's a ball poked out of bounds off of Merrimack, they say.
Well, I don't know.
Halftime score, Bishop Girton up 24-19 over Albert.
7:30. Well, a quick half, so I'm gonna have to hustle.
Yeah. That's a close game at the half. 5 points.
That's a quick half.
That sure is.
Figure 40 minutes for a half. It's only half an hour.
And low scoring also.
South's going to take time off the clock, and I think, you know what, the way their offense is going?
Wainena gets blocked by Infante.
How does that happen?
And ahead of the field, David Roy lays it in. It's a 1-point game. Timeout South. 2:11 to go. Merrimack is down by only 1 point. Dennis Wainena tried a shot from, well, basically flat-footed, and Isaac Infante jumped up and blocked it.
Well, the problem is Wainena doesn't leave his feet very much.
Well, he's 6'9", and
Infante's what, 6'4"?
6'4", and that was the difference. He didn't leave his feet, and Infante did, and you had a block, and it turned into 2 more points, a fast break basket.
And we got a 1-point game with 2:11 left. If you had told Nate Mazerol with 2:11 to go that Merrimack only had 29 points, you'd say, oh, great, golden.
He would. Yeah, he
right?
would. Yeah.
Incredible.
Because he figured they have 60.
Right, exactly. Incredible. What a job by this Merrimack team. And I'll tell you what, John, I think they're going to win the game.
Who?
The boys in blue.
Uh-oh. Tom King's seen a lot of games.
They've got.
Yeah.
They got South on the ropes.
They really do.
You know?
Karsten Lemire hopes you're wrong, as does Caruso.
So look at Caruso. He would have taken that ball to the basket. You know? There's just, you know, right now
they're not feeling the vibe?
No, no shot clock. They're going to play. No foul call there.
Yeah, that was a trip by, I don't know if it was accidental or not, but it should have been called. Roy Cortez nearly lost it. He's in trouble.
Yep.
What a dribbling display by Alexei Roy Cortez.
All they're going to do is they're going to milk the clock because they know their offense isn't working.
Oh, my
So they're going to try to milk the clock.
For 2 minutes? They are doing it, though.
They're doing it. They're got it down. 25 seconds left.
It's so dangerous, though.
Sure is.
One slip, and you're down.
And look at the fouls. The fouls are Merrimack Team 5, Nashua South only 4.
Oh, man.
So if South gets down, they're in trouble.
They have killed about a minute off already. And a foul called against Jackson Rosa.
But you know what? That's not bad.
It's not a shooting foul.
Not a shooting foul, but that's not bad. So now they have no more to give. Next foul puts South at the line.
Zach Castonway looks exhausted. I mean, you would be too if you had to dribble for a minute and a half and keep it away from the.
He is. This is a very big. Oh, you got to get it out of Waineta's hands. You got to get it out of his hands. There. He's not a dribbler. He's
60 seconds left.
Yep.
1 point separates the two teams. Lemire thought about it. Roy Cortez, he's got doubled immediately. Lemire finds Wainena, and he got fouled.
Oh boy, I'll tell you though.
Oh boy.
You know, that's
a really deliberate foul, but
right.
Can you call anything like that in high school?
You can.
A hard foul?
You can call a hard foul, but you know what? Wainena with free throws, how good is he?
He was going to jam that time.
He was, and he didn't get it. And I don't know how good of a free throw shooter he is. We don't see him at the line too often. Well, he was good there.
Under pressure, too. Under pressure. 2-point game. Trying to make it a 3-point game, but that's still one score if you're Merrimack.
Timeout for somebody, right?
They're trying to freeze them.
Oh, that's if I'm Merrimack, I'm calling time.
Yeah, they did. It's like freezing the kicker. Oh, boy. What? I guess Pete Johnson was
No, they want to know who called time.
He had Bishop Girton, he had North, and he had South.
Who did?
Pete had choices between games to cover tonight.
Oh, right. Oh, he picked. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Jason's doing the game. We're doing the game at North. Jason Roby's there.
Right.
Along with Dylan Smith.
So,
Jason Roby, the mouth that roared, he can do a game by himself easily. No problem. He does it all year long for BG with their live stream.
That's true. So, as North tries to take care of business against Londonderry, it is up in the air what's going to happen here in the
Wow,
last
let's see about
48
this free throw.
seconds.
Oh, Wanena's clutch.
Wow,
clutch
sure
freebies.
is.
But now Merrimack.
Down 3. 45 seconds to go. 32-29. South is up by 3. Merrimack with the ball. Alice Roy Cortez all over Jackson Rosa. Rosa baseline shoots. And in and out. What else? The in and out burger again. And it is a foul in the backcourt by Merrimack, and that will put Karsten Lemire at the line to try to make it a 2-score game with 30 seconds to go.
Biggest free throws of Lemire's career coming up right now.
Karsten makes the walk to the free throw stripe as Alice Roy Cortez, sophomore guard, goes over, gets coached up by Nate Mazerol about what to do next. Can Karsten do what Dennis Wainena just did and hit a clutch free throw? He did!
Dramatically.
Yes.
In and out. And in.
K-O-O-L.
Timeout again by Merrimack? No, they're not going to call it.
And let's see if he's able to sink a second one here. He has the team up by 4 with that make.
This is big. No.
In and out. Wainena rebound. A chance to kill clock. Timeout. South. Nate Mazerol had it.
No. Foul.
Oh, is it a foul?
Foul.
Oh, excuse me.
Infante fouled him.
Oh, I see. All right.
So now,
you know what? The way this game's been called, I needed more to get a foul. I mean, they've been letting him play. I mean, it takes an assault to get a foul usually, but they just gave it to him right away there. The tap,
I
the
think
love tap on the arm.
the referees are thinking Merrimack wants to foul now.
Yeah, but I mean, they should stay consistent. You know, they've been letting hacks and bodies bang into each other all night.
So this is a 1-and-1. All right, this is not a 2. This is a 1-and-1 for Wainena.
In other words, this will be a live ball if he misses.
Exactly.
This. Dennis Wainena from the line.
Clutch.
The anti-Shaq.
Clutch. So South right now 4 of 5 from the line down the stretch here. Can they go 5 of 6? No.
No. 34-29, South up by 5 with 24 seconds left.
Merrimack's going to put up a 3.
And DeFossey's off the glass and in timeout.
Oh, what a big shot.
Luke DeFossey's with the shot of his high school career.
I didn't think it had a prayer. I thought it was offline to the right.
It was offline to the right.
Somehow it made it in.
It was offline to the right. That's why it went off the glass and in.
Whoa.
Sometimes better to be lucky than good. I doubt that Luke was going glass for that. He probably wanted to swisheroo, but hey, it works. And you know what? For all the easy gimme shots that they missed, they kind of deserve to get a break. I hate to say it as the Nashua announcer, but Merrimack missed so many high percentage shots, rattling the ball in and out constantly, that it almost makes sense that they'd get a strange break like that, a kiss off the glass to make it a 2-point game, a 1-score game with, 20 seconds left.
Well, they've got to get it the length of the floor. I mean, this timeout, you don't get it out at half court. This is not the NBA. So here's the deal, right? Here's the other problem. Merrimack's going to try to foul right away. Now, when they do foul, the 1-on-1 is off. It's a 2-shot foul.
Yeah, because it'll be their 10th foul.
Right.
As a team.
So if I'm Merrimack, I foul right away. You know? You press them, try to get the turnover. You do 2 things at once. You try to get that turnover, but in trying it, you try for a foul too. So, and now they got a foul. And they foul Caruso, I believe. Is that Caruso? Yes, it is.
Interesting. They kind of left Dennis Wainena open over here, but they definitely wanted to get Caruso.
You want your guards handling the ball.
I don't know.
Wanena's not a ball handler. He's a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. They would have fouled the first person to get the ball.
Not a long pass like that, John. That's how you get yourself in trouble in these games. So Caruso.
18 seconds left. A lot of time left. Key free throws right here for
2-shot foul.
Joshua Caruso.
Money.
Swish.
3-point game, still a one-possession game. Caruso can make it a two-possession game with 18.4 seconds. And you got to know it's going to take Merrimack at least 4 to get it over half court.
But only 4. They're pretty quick. And Isaac Infante trying to block out Wainena, but he doesn't have to.
Those are really good free throws.
2 big makes. 16 seconds
They're
left.
going to go for a 3 here. Oh, he dribbles it off his foot.
Oh, the hero a moment ago, Luke DeFosse's had tragedy befall there as it went off his foot out of bounds. Chance to make it a one-score game. It's 36-32. South up by 4, inbounding it with a dozen seconds left. Caruso got fouled as he tried desperately to avoid a jump ball in the corner. 11 seconds to go, and South students think it's over. But let's see. Stranger things have happened with 11 seconds to go in a basketball game.
Well, he makes these, I think it's over. I think if he makes 2 of these, maybe even just 1.
To make it a 5-point
But
game.
I'll tell you what, with Merrimack, you just never know. They are just, what a game, what a bunch of gamers here.
Caruso's first free throws right through the rim.
See, it's a good job by South to get the ball in Caruso's hands, right?
Yeah.
Get the ball in the hands of your shooters who can make free throws.
37-32, 5-point lead.
And that's it.
6-point lead.
That'll do it.
And Caruso even gave the over sign to his classmates. Out of bounds off of
South, yep.
But only 5.6 seconds remain and a 6-point deficit. Merrimack needs to shoot 2 threes and hope that South misses a free throw. That's their only game plan that would work. In the wing and shooting it, blocked.
Blocked, and that'll do it.
That's the game.
Yep.
A block by Zach Castonway. And that ends it. And it was a close gets game late.
Sure was.
South survives. The
sure was.
4 seed beats the 13 seed barely. And it's going to see 38-32 on the scoreboard, but the game was closer than that score
Merrimack's
indicates.
tempo. It was Merrimack's tempo.
For our cameraman, Tim O'Neill, and my executive producer, Pete Johnson, and my partner, Tom King, thank you for watching. I'm John Collins, and we'll see you down the road in the New Hampshire High School boys and girls basketball playoffs here on Nashua ETV.